As China continues opening to the world, more people have become interested in the country's ancient customs. And the study of Chinese language, literature, and history is known as sinology. Earlier, my colleague Ics had the chance to wear traditional clothing and learn some of these customs with a master of sinology.
Sinology exercises a subtle influence on our mind and soul, and this should be a spiritual and cultural function. Such an influx of cultures like salt slowly dissolved in water, affecting people gradually and naturally. Today I will meet趙崎, who has been studying sinology for decades, to learn more about the unique Chinese culture. Zhao, 你好. Oh, should I do this too?
You can.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to say that the moment I entered your school, I feel like I have traveled back in time with the scent, maybe the incense are burning, and the music and the atmosphere. I'm assuming that you did this on purpose to create a special atmosphere.
We know that Confucius once said that environment has a significant influence on people. So you can look at this wall.
Right.
Yes, we call it 照壁 in Chinese.
Okay.
Yes, in Chinese.
What exactly is 照壁?
照壁 is a screen that facing the gate of the house.
Okay.
And according to Chinese feng shui, it can assemble and soften the air from the outside. And meanwhile, it can provide some privacy for the owner. And usually, behind the 照壁, there is the main living space of the owner.
Okay, so this should be the first thing when I see when I open the door.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me show you this. It is the wall of the Ics and Bagua.
Ics?
Yes.
Okay.
And it shows the aims and expectations of the school.
What is the goal and purpose for you to establish a school like this?
I hope that more and more Chinese and foreign friends can understand the truly Chinese traditional culture. Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucian. And I think sinology is not just about translating the classical words into modern language, but to developing our way of thinking. And I also hope that more Chinese people will have a sense of cultural pride. You can notice the lights overhead.
Right, the 7 bright stars called the Big Dipper.
Yes. And I hope that all the students passing this aisle will feel the harmony between the universe and themselves.
Right. So in Chinese, we actually call it 天人合一.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I see that there's something beautifully carved here on the door. It looks like a phoenix.
Actually, it is the pattern of the divinity of our Han Dynasty. Its name is Rose Finch.
So it's 朱雀 in Chinese.
Yes, 朱雀. And it is well known as an important part in our ancient culture and feng shui.
Wow, Josh, you have changed your clothes to traditional Chinese clothing.
Yes.
You look wonderful.
Thank you.
And I feel there's a lot of energy coming towards me as, all the windows are open facing the sunshine. And I see there's no chairs on the floor. So am I going to be like sitting on the floor while taking the class?
Yes.
This is like Japanese and Korean style.
Yes, as you said, that this kind of style is from our Wei-Jing dynasties.
Wei-Jing dynasties, okay?
And the Japanese style is very popular these days. But its roots came back to our Wei-Jing dynasties in ancient China.
I see. Okay. Well, you've changed. Should I change too?
Yes, of course. We have prepared a new hanfu for you.
Wonderful. I've traveled back to the Han Dynasty. This is my first time wearing hanfu. I've worn the Chinese traditional qipao before, the Japanese kimono, the Korean hanbok. So I feel like the waistline for hanfu is pretty high, and it reminds myself that to be humble, that I'm a student here to learn.
Before the class, there are some customs to follow.
Yes.
So first, we need to make a bow and with our hands folded, like this.
Oh, like what we did when we first met at the front gate.
Yes, of course, yes.
Should I go 45 degrees or 90 degrees?
90 degrees better because
Shows more respect?
yes, students are required to bow deeper when they are greeting their teacher.
Okay.
So it's just as you said, it's a show of respect.
Okay. And should I look at you or should I just look down?
And just look down is okay, actually.
Oh, I got that. Should we do that?
Okay, that's good. Using the greeting position here in our school is a combination of the Confucian and the Buddhism. It's very simple but solemn.
赵老师, Chinese etiquette can be traced back thousands of years ago. Can you use simple language to explain to my audience how was it formed and how is it being changed over the centuries?
Okay, the etiquette was formed as a way to balance the interests among the stratums, such as the relationship between emperor and the vassal, father and son, and teacher and students, as well as husband and wife. And we all know that Chinese ancient community has a variety of the customs, and they were very complicated and sophisticated. But over time, they were simplified due to the rapid pace of life.
I'm very curious because in this busy and noisy world, you seem to have a sense of peacefulness and calmness within yourself. Do you think sinology played a big role?
I think sinology can make my heart peaceful and to really enjoy the world and the universe.
I am Chinese. I've done parts of my study here in China and parts in Western countries. I need modern language translation in order to understand those proverbs and verses. So I'm just wondering, can our foreign friends really get the messages, the sense of those messages?
I think the answer is positive because you see, in order to teach the students our ancient knowledge, we need to translate the classic, the ancient words into modern language. As long as we can truly translate these classic words into modern foreign languages, I think the foreigners can also get the essence as well.
So to sum up, today was learning about Chinese traditional clothing and some Chinese etiquette. Then next week we'll officially start our class and to learn how to recite one of Confucius' famous verses. We hope you'll join us then. Until then, take care.